And, well, places like people simply don't talk about all the time. She also did curious things, like at school during recess. She spent her time walking around picking up trash and putting it where it belonged. She was always talking about how if we don't pick up our trash, it might get flushed into the drains and washed out to sea, even from the Midwest. And it could hurt the dolphins and other sea creatures. And let me tell you, all the sea creatures truly appreciated what she was trying to do. Sometimes Marie's parents would get phone calls from the neighbors.
What's that? Phone call. They're getting phone calls.
She was going through their trash again. You see, Marie was looking for things that should be recycled. Plastic, cans, newspapers, and all kinds of things that could be used again.
Do streets recycle? Do streets recycle? Do streets recycle?
Marie knew that many of the things we throw away can eventually hurt our environment, and she wanted to change that.
That's the way Mama's put. That song?
Now, when Marie was visiting her friend's house, actually any house she went into, she always walked around looking at their light bulbs. Now just imagine what people thought when this little girl started looking at all the light bulbs in their house. They were somewhat curious, and actually a little concerned. But Marie knew what she was doing. She was checking to see what kind of light bulbs they were using. You see, if they were using CFL, compact fluorescent light bulbs, they would be using a lot less energy, which means we would not have to create so much energy. And by doing this, we would stop polluting our air. Because Marie knew that if we do not change, this place could get really hot. Little things can make a difference. And if we all do them together, we can make a big difference. Now you might be wondering how our story ends. Well, one day, the people around Marie started listening. And the next thing you know, they started to pick up trash, and recycle, and even changed out light bulbs. You see, they all realized that little things can make a big difference if we all do them together. And if it wasn't for Marie, who was, shall we say, a little different, they would not have understood why it's important to do those things. So, guess what happened next? Marie was named the official first conservation hero of her hometown. And they threw her a big party to celebrate. And even more, the bottlenose dolphins were celebrating too, because they knew Marie wanted them to survive.
Where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods? Where are the three fighters and the fighters rising on? Isn't there a way to come by the sea?
And that is the end of our story. But hopefully, the beginning of your own conservation hero story.
Well, we hope you guys liked our story thus far, but now we need you guys to answer a quick question for us. Now, we know the question, but we need you guys to yell out the answer so all of our dolphins can hear. Now, in our story, what kind of things did Marie like to do? There you go, yes. Marie liked to do some of those small things that ended up making a big difference. She liked to pick up trash and change out light bulbs and recycle. So she was able to find new uses for old trash. And she was simply doing her part to keep our world green. So, to celebrate keeping it green, we've got to get you calls and send out the Keep It Green team. Now, you guys didn't know it. When you guys picked your seats, you divided yourselves into 4 different sections and or teams. Now, when we say go, your team leaders are going to take this earth and throw it up into your section. So you guys have to protect yours. As a team, you have to keep it from coming back down to your team leaders. And every time it does, you're going to get a point. So it's like golf. You want the least amount. Now, we do ask you guys to please do remain seated during this competition. That is for your safety. But at the same point, you guys want to be careful not to hit it too hard. The earth is fragile, and it could either pop or go in the pool. Either one's going to delay our show. The splash areas. We're going to let you guys continue our conservation story in just a few minutes. We'll let the upper students do this. Well, let's start off by introducing your team leaders in here. Section number 1, you guys are working with Ebony.